What is love? I've been thinking about this question a lot lately, and I've been working with people who are in the midst of trying to figure out their own answer to this question. And a definition of love came to me that I really want to share with you guys. I think it's really useful and interesting. It actually surprised me when I thought of it. Love. Love is a disorienting effect that happens when you more fully discover and step into who you are because of being in the presence of another individual. That, to me, really captures the essence of love, because first of all, love is this completely disorienting effect. It throws you off emotionally. It makes you question things about yourself that you never questioned before. It distracts you when you're trying to work and when you're trying to have a conversation. You're emotionally distracted. You're mentally thrown off, can't think straight. This is the culmination. These are all the factors that play into the fact that love is just a completely disorienting emotional experience. So that has to be first and foremost and primary. And the second piece, it's a disorienting effect that happens when you more fully discover who you are, discover and step into who you are as a result of being in the presence of another person. And that, to me, truly captures love, because love, it's really just as much about the other person as it is about us as individuals. Yes, there's so many things that you can point to about a partner that you can say, this is what I love about them. I love their body. I love the way they look when they're sleeping. I love their personality. I love their heart. I love their sense of humor. All these things you can point to, but those are the external aspects of love. When we're in love, we feel unstoppable. We discover aspects of ourselves that we didn't even know were there. We feel more confident. We step into our highest version of ourselves. This is when we're truly in the midst of love. Not all the time, but it's that peak of being able to really truly understand who you are, learn about who you are, and step into the truths about what you're capable of when you're spending time with another person. And this person, this experience reveals to you things about yourself that you're proud of. This, to me, captures why love is so compelling, because it's one of those things where once that person is no longer there, if we have to experience and deal with the loss of a loved one, well, it feels like the loss of a piece of ourselves. And I think that is what makes love so unique, and what makes it such a uniquely challenging experience to deal with the loss of. It's because we feel like we're losing a piece of who we are within that person, and then we question who we are, and whether maybe it was the fact that you really loved country music and you shared that with your loved one or your partner, and then you had to deal with losing that relationship, and now you're wondering, and now you don't even like country music anymore, and you're like, who am I? And that's just a small kind of superficial example to prove the greater point of, maybe it's you felt like you could really be vulnerable and open up and share your heart when you had that person in your life. And now the loss of that makes you feel like you have to close off and you have to put up walls and facades for the outside world, because for some reason you just can't let your walls down like you used to be able to and open up in a healthy way. So maybe it's that you're dealing with the loss of, about your own capacities that get all of a sudden thrown into question when you have to deal with love. So if you're struggling with something, if you're struggling figuring out either what love is or how to deal with the loss of a relationship, think about how to bring back those aspects of who you are that you really enjoyed that love brought out of you. Maybe it brought out a competitive spirit in you. It brought out this desire to be the best in a good way. Well, find things that can bring that back. Maybe it's you join a volleyball league or a sport league or something that you've always enjoyed and has a competitive element to it. Get that competitiveness back through different outlets. Or if it's opening up and being vulnerable, that like the ability to have intimacy that you really enjoyed about love, you can get that back, not with the same person, but you can reach out to other relationships, friends or family members, maybe that you haven't had close intimacy with recently or ever, but these new relationships can begin to provide the things that love provided for you. Provide the pieces of yourself that you lost, and you can begin to get them back in this way. I hope all of you can use this in a healthy and helpful way.